Hello, intrepid eBay buyer, and welcome to your winning auction for a Nook Color, currently running the ice cream sandwich operating system from Android. Here is the actual item that you have won. This is not a clone of it or another one that I have. This is the actual Nook Color that will be getting shipped to you. When you get it shipped, as I promised in the auction, it will come to you completely clean. It will also come to you fully charged. Included in the auction is this power cable that you see here. And you will also get this nice red Nook case. There it is. Has a magnetic flap. This is an official red Nook case. It also has the little flap here on the inside. Basically, any of the 7-inch neoprene sleeves will also fit this. There is also a stand case that is made so that it stands the Nook up kind of like this so that you can read on it or watch videos. As you can see here, we have a live wallpaper running in the background. It is running pretty smoothly. Some more intense live wallpapers will take a little bit out of this particular device. But this one is not particularly too bad. If you can see down here, it's running at 1.1K for overclocking. The standard clocking on a Nook Color is about 800. If you want to overclock this, the kernel will be included to overclock it. I would suggest keeping a minimum of about 300, and you can max it out to about 12, sometimes 14, depending on the kernel that you get. I like to keep it at about 11 or 12. It's been a safe overclocking for me, and I've used a Nook Color for several years. Now, as I stated in the auction on eBay, there are several things that will come included on this particular Nook Color when you win it. One thing I will do for you is I will go ahead and run a Nandroid backup. Basically a clockwork mod backup the day that I ship it out. This way, in case you have a load of ROM on here or do anything that crashes the device, you will be able to recover from the backup. The other thing that I will do is run a titanium backup and back up all the apps that are installed on the device the day that I ship it out. If you take a look at the build, we are running ice cream sandwich. And I'll show you over here, if you go down to About Tablet, you will find that it is running an August 30th build date. So it's not particularly too old, and it is Android 4.0.4. Currently running one of Eyeballer's versions. And this is basically a CM9 nightly, a CyanogenMod 9. Now, there is one drawback to a Nook Color running ice cream sandwich, and that is not handling hardware-accelerated video particularly well. In order to get by that, you can watch your own videos by getting a player called MX Player, or you can go back to eBay and get any one of the dual boot cards that will allow you to boot down to CM7, CyanogenMod 7, or Gingerbread. Netflix will work on this particular device if you are running in Gingerbread. I've done it plenty. However, if you are running it in Ice Cream Sandwich, Netflix is not running. I don't know about Jelly Bean, but I would assume it would be exactly like ICS. Now, I will be including several pieces of software when you get the device. BotBrew is handling the superscript for this particular device, which has faster SD card access, and it also has faster memory access. Up here, Aptoid and Black Market Alpha, right up here towards the top, they will be included on the device when it is sold to you. There's Aptoid, there's Black Market Alpha. The reason why I'm including those two pieces of software is because of the fact that This is not a standard Android tablet. This was originally designed as an e-reader that people have developed ROMs for and put full-blown Android operating systems on there. Because of that, sometimes the Google Play Store will refuse to deliver certain pieces of software to you, saying that it is not compatible. To get around that, you can load it from alternative sources like Aptoide and Black Market Alpha. Now, this does enable you to get free apps and games. However, it also allows you to get around the restrictions that Google Play puts on devices. It is up to you if you want to use these two pieces of software, but they will be included for you to use. All of my data will be gone. No pictures or accounts or anything will be on the device at the time it is sent out. Goo Manager down here will alert you if there are updates to the particular ROM that is being run. Antutu CPU Master over here will handle the overclocking. DevTools and Nook Tweaks will also allow you to do a couple of things. Wi-Fi File Explorer. Now, in this auction, I am not including a USB cable. You can get that on your own. You probably have one similar to it already. However, with Wi-Fi File Explorer, if this is on the Wi-Fi in your house, basically you hit Wi-Fi File Explorer. It will give you a URL that you can go to on your computer, which will allow you to upload and download files to the Nook. So you can do file transfers that way if you are not using a USB cable. On your browser, I will leave you a favorite to APK Tops and APK Mania. This will also enable you to load software onto the Nook that might be restricted to you on the Play Store. A lot of times, I just ran into an issue the other day where I was trying to get a gameable game on a Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, one of the 7-inchers, and it didn't want to deliver it, saying that the game was not compatible. I got it from an alternative source. It is a free game. I got it from an alternative source and it installed and works just fine. So, disregard the camera. There is no camera on a Nook Color. This doesn't run Wi-Fi. It does run Bluetooth. It does have speakers down here at the bottom. And you've got the power button up here. You have volume up and down over here. And, of course, the Nook N down at the bottom, which will return you to the home screen. Now, the Nook devices will always prefer to boot up based on what memory card is installed. So if you ever need to get if you want to get Gingerbread on here, or Honeycomb, or Jelly Bean, all you need to do is go to eBay, and you can buy one of the SD cards preloaded with an operating system, and then from there you can slap it into the port down here by this little hook, and that will allow you to boot up to an alternative operating system if you choose. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on and show you the recovery, which is where you can recover it from the backup that I make if you need to. When you boot up the device, if you hold the hard Nook N down here at the bottom, you will get this particular menu. Internal options and the SD card options. If you ever need to run the backup, you can just hold down the N, which will bring you to this menu. You use the arrow keys, and you can pick recovery. And it will go ahead and boot into Clockwork Mod's recovery. I'm going to give it a few moments here. And from this particular menu, it's on its side, but you can use the arrow keys to go down to backup and restore. And you can hit the Nook N. And you can pick restore, hit the Nook N again. And there are several restore points. Now what I will do is I will clear these old ones to save you room, and then I will back it up on the day that it is shipped out. And if you hit the power button, you will go back up a level. And once you're at the top level, just keep it on reboot system, hit the Nook N, and the tablet will reboot. So there you go. There is your auction for a Nook Color running ice cream sandwich. The pros and cons of one running ice cream sandwich is that ICS does tend to be a little bit faster. It does work very well on this device. You may want to look into going up to Jelly Bean if you desire. Jelly Bean is, of course, built on ICS, and it tends to run a little bit smoother from what people have said. It does have some compatibility issues with hardware-accelerated video on a Nook Color, simply because this was not designed to be a tablet. This was an e-reader that has been hacked to be a tablet. And that's the unfortunate con, is things like Netflix and Crackle. But a lot of other things will work. This is good for an e-reader. It's good for browsing pictures, maybe having a digital picture frame, listening to music, as it does have a headphone jack up top. And as you can see, the device is in very clean condition. I will be cleaning with a flat screen cleaner the day that I ship it out. You can see from the live wallpaper over here, it is running pretty smoothly. And that little ding that you hear right there is that it has applied the overclocking successfully. You'll notice it has 1.1K there. So I hope you enjoy this winning auction for your Nook Color, and feel free to contact me if you need any support, or look on XDA Developers. A link will be left on the device.